Okay, this video is a bit of a bittersweet one, but I'm gonna start off by cutting to the chase and give you the pretty big news that Tabletop Time is splitting into 2 channels. Tabletop Time here, as you're watching it and are currently hopefully subscribed to, is where you will see our miniature and terrain and battle report content. Our tabletop roleplay, improvised audio drama, and cogent D&D content is moving over to a new channel, Tabletop Time Roleplay. So I'm gonna go into all the sort of reasons and details in this video, so stay with me. But before I do that, with all my heart, I would be incredibly grateful if you go over to youtube.com/tabletoptimeroleplay and subscribe. I know there's gonna be a bunch of immediate reactions to this news, some people who are really invested in one type of content or another and will have a strong opinion in either direction. Let's just say I'm expecting a varied response to this news and this decision, but suffice it to say that everyone here at Tabletop Time is aware of it and actually excited for the opportunities that's going to open up to us moving forward. So please go to Tabletop Time Roleplay and subscribe. We're going to be finishing up the Grim Gang mini campaign on this channel, but I, as of now, I'm continuing the Iron Spire campaign and I've actually re-uploaded it over on Tabletop Time Roleplay. I'm going to unlist it from this channel. Check out those videos, like, subscribe, and all that stuff will help make that channel a success, which we are all really hopeful it can be. Which actually brings me to the reason why I've had to make this decision. YouTube is an interesting beast and one I'm very familiar with navigating and deciphering. It's my full-time job and has been for almost 8 years now. And when I bought Tabletop Time back not even a year ago, which blows my mind, I was committed to making it a huge success, and I still am. The problem is, I love all of my hobbies and all of the people who work here on Tabletop Time do too. There are a lot of elements to the hobbies, but YouTube doesn't understand that, and it has to pick a type of content that it recommends. And we've found that the algorithm understands that people who watch and click on roleplay videos are in general different enough of an audience from people who click on and watch mini painting and terrain videos that YouTube will only serve and prefer one of the 2 types of content if it's coming out of one channel. It's been more and more noticeable that YouTube favors the miniature content from us and disfavors the roleplay content, which is really disappointing, and it doesn't give us any sort of way to reasonably gauge how well a video is doing or how much you guys like it, because more than half of you that want to see it actually aren't even getting served the content. The only real solution to this is to separate it and to give the roleplay content a channel of its own where it can properly spread its wings and that YouTube can figure out and actually understand what it is and how to serve it to people who will enjoy seeing it. Now, that brings me to a little bit of an elephant in the room. The fact that the roleplay content is migrating and not the mini content, which is a little hard to swallow. I think on our team here, that was a bit difficult for Rob as well, who frankly has been role-playing with me since before Tabletop Time was a thing. And so to Rob and to probably a lot of you watching this, Tabletop Time is the home of the roleplay we produce. And I totally get it. And I care a lot about it myself, to the point where I understand that unless I give it its own home, it's not going to have a chance to succeed. And I have huge plans for roleplay, and I think it can be massive, and I think so many people can enjoy it. I want our tabletop roleplay to be the best quality production, the best stories, and the most enthralling improvised audio dramas available ever. We have our sights set high, and YouTube isn't really allowing that because the 2 veins of content are choking each other and competing with each other as we've been releasing them. So why move roleplay and not the mini stuff? Well, because YouTube has decided that this is a channel where the mini content should succeed, in the last 8 months, our mini content has done really, really well and been the core element of the channel's growth and success, so much so that to transition the mini content away would virtually kill the channel. The momentum that it's built and the audience that it's gained organically, YouTube would have to entirely refigure out what the channel is, would lose a huge load of subscribers and would lose all favor with the algorithm gods. So it's not a question in my mind, I don't have a choice. And I think if there is one thing I could change if I could go back, it would be to have started a separate hobby channel and kept Tabletop Time as the roleplay channel, simply because it started as that and we have a whole history of roleplay on this channel. But unfortunately, I can't change anything about the way things have unfolded. And to be honest, I think there's a big part of me that wouldn't, because it's just been this incredible journey. We've all learned so much along the way, and we're growing so much faster, and so many more people are enjoying what we're doing than any of us have anticipated. So now Tabletop Time Roleplay on YouTube is a place where we can get ambitious and spread our wings with our roleplay content, and YouTube's algorithm will know exactly what it is, and that will enable us to grow and do even bigger, better things. Now, it needs to be said, actually, nothing is changing. All of our roleplay patron rewards are gonna be the same. We're still doing custom NPCs. We're still doing 2 roleplay videos a week, a mini campaign or one shot, and the major campaign that we're running every week. The difference is on this channel, we'll be doing 1 to 2 mini videos a week, and we won't be forced to try and spit out more mini content that may not even be of the caliber we'd like it to be, so that it feels even and the algorithm serves us equally. Now we can actually focus clearly and produce great content on both channels in exactly the way it should be done. This is a decision I took longer to get to, because it's been a hard one to make, especially because I have personal feelings about it that have gotten in the way of me making what is actually a fairly obvious decision. But now that I'm doing it and everyone's on board, I'm really excited for the future of both channels. Tabletop Time for our minis, the tables we're gonna build, the battles we're gonna play, the cinematic scope we're gonna approach that with, and then of course, Tabletop Time Roleplay. The stories we're gonna tell and continue and start. These are the hobbies that made my childhood and brought me so much joy, and brought me friends and taught me lessons and helped me learn how to be creative, which is now what I get to do every day with incredible people, including you. So go subscribe to Tabletop Time Roleplay. Go check out Ironspire. We've started the Sunder campaign. This is a campaign I started writing over 7 years ago, before Cogent Roleplay existed as a system. We're having so much fun and diving deep into it, and there are some really cool surprises in store. And we're about to start our next mini campaign, which our patrons have voted on, and it's going to be in the Stargate universe, so you have that to look forward to. The point is, I knew Tabletop Time could be huge, and this to me tells me it can be in more than one way. And that's bloody exciting. So thank you for watching, supporting where we're at so far, and please go check out Tabletop Time Roleplay. Subscribe, and let's see if we can't make it the fastest growing and most cutting edge tabletop role-playing channel on the internet. We have a lot we want to do, and we're grateful for every single one of you who helps make all of that a possibility. That's it for now, and until next, I always default to my other channel sign off. I need a, oh yeah, the awkward ending thing. This'll do.